Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years. Some of the biggest companies in the world today, what do is they connect consumers to a company or to a service of some kind, and make a long story short, they get the goods. And these are some of the biggest companies in the world today. And especially coming out of the pandemic environment, this has exponentially grown. And it's always a process of education. And when someone feels that this industry is illegal, it is just an opportunity to educate. The consumers are cutting out the big corporation, and no disrespect meant to the big companies out there, but the reality is the consumers get compensated for telling other consumers about a product that they believe in, and that's why they buy it. But they get compensated for telling others about it. That is what network marketing represents. And as a matter of fact, this industry has created more millionaires than any other industry put together. So the reality is network marketing, it's a mean for the average individual, regardless of their background, education, the kind of knowledge they have when it comes to business, where they can become extremely financially powerful while educating the inline consumer about very important information when it comes to, for example, in our case, supplements. And as a matter of fact, network marketing, it's probably one of the reasons why some of the industry have grown so much due to the level of education that people are receiving that normally they would never hear by walking into a shopping mall and looking at products. So there is so many different aspects to look at when we look at network marketing. And at the end of the day, I pay my taxes like everybody else. I earn an income, I contribute to my economy. And not only that, but as I travel the world and educate people around the world about this industry, I also educate different associates in different markets by helping these markets emerging and growing. So this is the kind of industry that can really actually improve the current economy in some countries if it's handled the right way. So again, there's so many aspects, Jeffrey, I can cover here when it comes to the legitimacy of network marketing, but it's a reason why it's been going on for over 70 years and it's going strong. In fact, now stronger than ever. You know, what's really interesting is the unique point of view of individual based on the upbringing when it comes to money blueprint. And, and when I hear someone talk like this, again, it goes back to the same kind of reasoning when they say network marketing is a Ponzi scheme or whatever. One of the biggest challenge that I see in supporting people in building this business is before we start teaching them how to be successful in this business, we have to start working on our core beliefs. And it comes to their belief associated with making money. And the reality is it starts with the belief of oneself. I spend so much time on personal growth when I mentor someone, because I can teach them the same ABC that I can teach everybody else. Fortunately, some will write novels and some will never pass writing emails because the belief are not the same with these two individuals, but they got the exact same information. And unfortunately, we live in an environment today that everybody wants to get rich for doing very little. And the reality is when it all begins, when you start this, it's like any business. You got to spend a lot of time working, but the money may not be reflected based on the amount of time and hours that you put in trying to generate an income. And we live in an environment that people are used to go to work and get a paycheck. Go to work and get a paycheck. Go to work and get a paycheck. But when you go to work and you don't get paid or it's very little, people have a hard time comprehending and associating with that. In network marketing, it's a different environment because the way it works is You work, and you get a tiny little bitty check. And then you work, and your check's bigger. And then you work, and then you have a comma in your check. So now you're in the thousands. And then you work a little less. But what's happening is what you've done is starting to take fruit, it's starting to develop, it's starting to duplicate, and your check doubled. Eventually, you still work, different kind of work, different kind of time, but the check that you earn compared to the amount of time you put in is 10 times bigger than the amount of work that you did before compared to the check you had. So in this business, what we need to teach and educate folks is that you need to put in your time. You need to grow your roots. You need to grow as a personal individual. You need to start working on your personal belief. And all of these things are done through network marketing. And here's another thing that most people don't talk about. The knowledge is free. Outside of network marketing, folks, you pay tens of thousands of dollars to get this kind of knowledge. But in network marketing, you rub shoulders with people that would charge this kind of money for free, because the benefit is by increasing the team's income, your leader's income. So when someone says, in this kind of business, nobody really makes money, it's all based on a belief system that needs to be adjusted. And once you can do that, and you stay close with your leadership, focus on the personal growth, focus on the relationship, which the foundation of it all is trust. Trust is the foundation to everything. And that, as we say, it takes an eternity to build and it takes a second to lose. So I can tell you that this industry is one of the most fruitful, most brilliant environment for anybody to receive personal growth, to evolve, and to earn a residual that could be absolutely massive if they're willing to submit to learn and evolve. At the end of the day, you can make as much money as your level of belief will allow you to believe.